today I'm going to be doing a video all about things that I got at Imats. I'm going to be doing a different video for all the stuff that I got for giveaways and things like that. Today I'm just going to be talking about the stuff that I got for myself. Now the stuff that I got for you, that giveaway is flipping huge, so if you want to see that, it's not a giveaway, it's just me showing you what I got you for the giveaway. So if you want to see that giveaway haul, the link to that video will be down in the description box. It will be on my second channel. So yeah, if you want to see that, you can see it there. And I'm going to show you what I got for myself at Imats. This is something that I get every single year at Imats without fail, and that is an absolute ton of false lashes. These, I got myself some individuals, some of which have already come loose, so I'm going to need to put these away somewhere safe because I need them. It's not something that I use on myself too much, it's mainly things that I use on other people. The problem with false lashes, these false lashes, is that you don't use them for months and then suddenly you have a few jobs coming up and you use them up in the space of 2 days. And I've got a shoot coming up in 2 or 3 weeks, which I'm really looking forward to. And normally for shoots I prefer to go for individual lashes. What I'll normally do is I'll get a pair of lashes like these, for example. I'll cut them in half and I'll have the outer half of the lashes just on the outer corner, right on the outer corner, nowhere near the arch, because if it's too close it can come loose and just flick right up and it's really annoying. Completely messes up the makeup. What I like to do is just take a tiny little slice out of these lashes, pop them on the outer corner and then fill in the rest with individual lashes, especially if the person I'm working on isn't used to false lashes, because if you're not used to it, it can be quite uncomfortable. So that's what I prefer to do for photo shoots and things like that. So I stocked up on these individual ones. Then I also got 3 pairs of these lashes, and these are also for the shoot as well. Actually, I don't know, I'm not sure if these will be for the shoot or for a video, but they're incredibly small, thin lashes. It's the kind of thing that if you put on yourself you would barely notice it. It's mainly just to kind of thicken up the roots. And it would be very good for bridal. I'm not too fond of things like this for bridal, because mostly everyone cries at their own wedding. And the problem with strip lashes is that if you're crying a lot, the likelihood is that they're going to come loose. So if I do use something for this for weddings, again, what I do is exactly the same like I mentioned before. A tiny little strip on the outer corner where it's not likely to come off and where it's not going to have too much stress and friction from the eye opening and closing, and then the rest is individuals. So yeah, I'll either use this for the photo shoot or for one of the videos that I have coming up. Then I have these, which are my kind of false lashes, natural but with just a little flair. So yeah, I got these. And these are for a look which I want to film next week, but we'll see if that will actually happen. Which was kind of for a blind fortune teller look. I've got the image very clearly in my head and I'm hoping these will give the kind of effect that I want. These ones. These I saw and I got way too excited. I saw these with Emma and it was quite funny because I saw it and I was like, oh! And then I sort of grabbed Emma's shoulder and she was like, what? And then I was like, look. And I showed her, I think it was the pustule filler. And we got way too excited. I think she bought some, I bought some, and then the day after I bought some blister gel. And as you probably guessed from the names, this is for creating fake blisters and fake zits, which is exciting. I'm sorry, I mean, yeah, if someone had overheard our conversation and there hadn't been any context and they hadn't been able to see what we were looking at, or even if they had been able to see what we were looking at, we might have looked a bit crazy because yeah, we get excited about, you know, pustule filler and blister gel. So yeah, it was yeah, it was, I got excited. I really can't wait to use these. I tested this out a little bit today. It's mostly come off my hand now because I kind of accidentally brushed it up on a clutch that I wanted to show in my favourites video. I was like, no! So that had to go. I tested it out for a little bit. I think from what I can remember from the video that made me buy it, I saw a video on YouTube a few months ago about a woman, it was a special effects makeup school tutorial, and she was showing how to make realistic fake zits that you could actually press and explode. I'm sorry, that probably made a whole load of you really sick. But you know, if you're going to do zits, do them properly. So yeah, I saw that and then I saw this and I'm pretty sure it's the same stuff, so I'm going to test it out. From what I remember, I needed a hairdryer to dry it, and that sounds about right because I had it on my hand for about 3 or 5 minutes, and while it had kind of dried on the outside, it hadn't really dried enough to create a film over the surface, so I'll need to find a hairdryer because I don't actually own one. I hate hairdryers, but yeah, that's another 2 things that I got from Imats for myself. This one, I completely blame Monique. I think her name was Monique. I'm actually going to check because I have her number on my phone. I met this makeup artist while I was at Imats. I think her name is Monique. I'm just going to check my phone because typically I'm going to say her name is one thing and it'll be completely different. I'm really bad with names, so I always have to write things down. No, sorry, it wasn't Monique, it was Melanie. And I talked to her on the first day at the second day at Imats on the Saturday, and she had this amazing kind of green glitter liner, and I was like, oh, where did you get that? And then she was like, oh, I got them from Pursebuzz, she's selling glitters. So I went and had a look at her store, and I ended up getting these, and I'm going to try and show it to you without them popping out of my hands. These glitters, and they're safe to use near your eyes, and obviously it's shiny, so I got very excited. And it came with this, which was like a loose pigment and glitter adhesive, and I tested it out a few days ago and it worked amazingly. I was so excited. I can't wait to use this. I got one colour called Taylor, which is a kind of a dark foresty green but with shimmer. Then there was Raven, which is a dark blue. Goldie, which kind of made me think of Goldie Starling, but yeah, it's a kind of yellowy glitter. And then I got one called The Fair, which isn't my kind of colour normally, but the thing is that what happened is there was a colour, a beautiful, what's the colour called? It was kind of like a dark plum. It was gorgeous, and I was like, oh, I want that one, because they were selling it in sets of 4. And Emma Pickles had just bought it, the last one, so I was like, no! So I might pop over to her house at some point and steal it from her, so that's why I ended up getting The Fair, because I thought, well, it's also a good excuse for me to kind of push myself out of my comfort zone, so I thought I'd get a colour that I don't normally go for, and it might be quite good for the blind fortune teller look that I want to do. So yeah, I got these from Pursebuzz. I also got this because of Melanie. This was from the, what store was it? Stargazer store, and it looks a little bit like a bone, but what it is for, I'll show you if I can open it, is when you're doing other people's makeup or you're doing your own, you pop this right underneath the eye and it slots absolutely perfectly, and it's slightly curved as well, so it follows the shape of the face and you're not kind of like in their eye. That was the most attractive face of all time. You pop it right underneath, you get your mascara, and you apply the mascara, and what I like about it is it means that you don't get clumps, and that's the problem with mascara, especially when it starts to get a little bit on the dry side. You can just pop it there, run the brush through a few times, and you won't get any clumps, and you'll cover the lashes beautifully. And you can also do it in reverse, I can't remember which way, like that, so you get the person to look up or look down. You just slot it right over and then pop the mascara, and you can do that on yourself or for your clients, and because it's a nice plastic thing, you can just wash it when you're done or just take a wipe. The last thing that Melanie kind of convinced me to get, I can't remember what stall this was, but the first thing I got was these, which are makeup wands, not makeup wands, mascara wands. Obviously when you're doing makeup on someone else, you can't use mascara that's straight from the tube, because you're putting it on their eye and then you're popping it back in the tube. What's in the tube is obviously moist, and if you're doing that on several dozen people, that's kind of gross. But what you do is you take these, and then you take the mascara wand, you pop it on, you pick up the product, and then you apply it on their eye. Or you take out some of the product from the pot, you pop it on the back of your hand or a palette, and then you go that way. That way you don't have any kind of cross-contamination and you keep everything hygienic. But Melanie suggested that I try out these, which are rubber mascara wands. The reason being that you can see the products that's on it, so you know if you've got too little or too much. And also, because they're rubber, you can wash them again and again. They don't have the threaded thing going on in the middle, because if you're using it for yourself, you can use it a few times, but for other people, you really can't. It's quite gross. So I thought I'd try these out, and worst case scenario, if I don't like them, I can do a review and say why I didn't like them. So yeah, I got these. You've probably seen me use an eyeliner from a brand called Paris Berlin. It's a beautiful beige colour, and I love it for the eyeliner. I do not like white eyeliner. I think it looks very harsh, and unless that's something that you're going for like, let's say, a drag queen makeup or extreme makeup or kind of an Arabic eye makeup, it's not something I really love. I've seen people use it for bridal and it kind of hurts my soul a bit, because unless that's something the bride wants, it can look very garish, and I don't like it. But anyway, I like their pencils, so I thought I'd try out some lip liners from them as well, and they're beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're natural lip colours. They're like my own lip colour, just a few shades darker. And I'm really looking forward to trying these out for various bridal looks, or if someone wants natural makeup. They're gorgeous, they're absolutely gorgeous, so I cannot wait to use these. I got the numbers CR202 and CR220. Sorry if that looked painful, it's just when numbers are similar and they're too close to each other, I find it really hard to read them, so I have to kind of put my finger over them to actually see what I have to read. Oh, I nearly forgot about this one. This is also one of the generic brands that you could buy at Imats, and these are just kind of outer corner demi lashes, and these I got for myself, quite frankly. When I go out on a night out, I like to have just a lip stain. I used to use the Body Shop lip stain a lot, and I still use it, but OCC's kind of hijacked my makeup bag a little bit, and I really like using Strumpet or Black Dahlia. Oh no, sorry, Metallic Black Dahlia, which is just, oh, it's the most gorgeous colour ever. And for my eyes, I just like using a little bit of black winged eyeliner. Sometimes I will wear, what's the word I'm looking for? False lashes. But what I normally do is I cut the lashes in half and I wear them just on the outer corner. But I thought I'd try these instead, which are meant for that, so they're slightly more tapered off on the inside. So yeah, I got these for myself. These I wish I'd found a few weeks ago before I did my Dragon Queen tutorial, because how perfect would these have been for doing the scale? They would have been so perfect for doing scales on a dragon, so I'm a bit gutted about that, but you know, I'll do a kind of lizard queen or Medusa or something like that. But yeah, I got these from Stargazer, and you can probably see them a bit better if I do that. Actually no, the light's catching them. Yeah, they're beautiful and they're shiny. I won't lie, I kind of saw this shiny and I was interested, so yeah, it was shiny. These I didn't actually buy. On the second day I went to OCC. The first day I'd bought, I think it was Black Dahlia, Metallic Black Dahlia for my giveaway sets. I remembered I wanted to get Strumpet as well, because it's a really nice combo for the giveaway sets that I wanted to give away. Because Black Dahlia is obviously something which is quite intense, quite strong, not everyone's going to like it, or they're going to want a very light version of it. So I thought I'd get Strumpet to give away as well, because then it's kind of two ends of the scale, you know, one which is very intense and kind of pow, and then the other one's a little bit more subtle, and then if you wanted to get kind of halfway point, you could mix the colours. So I wanted to get Strumpet, but they wouldn't let me because they recognised me on the second day and they were like, no, we love your videos, take that, and they gave me these as well, which was really, really lovely of them. Hang on, I'll show you the three colours. They're gorgeous, look at those colours. This one, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to use this one. This one I want to use for the photo shoot I have in a few weeks, because you can also use it as a highlighter. So I'm very interested to try this one and see how it looks. It's not something I would use on its own for lips. I'm not terribly fond of that kind of rigor mortis look on the lips. I think it looks bad. Or if you are going to use a colour like this, you use it in conjunction with something else. And this is the colour Dune, which makes me think of the film. And the second colour is Nomad, and then the second one, which would be so gorgeous for bridal, is called Pleasure Motel. Appropriate. So yeah, that's the three colours that OCC gave me, which was so nice of them. Another thing I got was a Z palette, and as you can see I put all my blushes in here, and for anyone who's asking, they're all from Sleek. I don't use other brands because I love Sleek. I know they work, I love them, they're affordable, I adore them. And if you're wondering how they're not falling out, it's because the Z palette has a metallic bottom, and you can stick a little magnetised bit on the back. And it's really good because I've stuck the name of all the blushes on the back, and I also did the same for my other palettes for all the different eyeshadows. So if I run out of my favourite colour, I know what brand it is and I know what the name is, so I don't have to be searching around for ages and asking people, you know, do you know the colour that Sleek does, which is a kind of pinky dusty rose, and it just saves you so much hassle. There was this one, which keeps all my blushes. The second one that keeps all my contour shades. One of them you could really, like these two, you could kind of use for blushes. but you could also use them as contours. So this is the palette that I have all for my kind of contour shades. Again, most of them are from Sleek, some of them are from limited edition. I think this one was from a compact. It didn't actually have, yeah, I can't remember where this one was from. Before I used to have them in a palette, a kind of cheap little eBay palette, and the problem is that I have several of those, so if you're trying to find the exact colours that you want, you waste so much time, you know, pulling all these palettes out, opening them up, look, that's not it, and then you get it confused with what you've already looked through. So, you know, these, you have them in a stack, you pull them out, one glance, you know where everything is. And I liked it so much, I actually went back home, hopped on to Amazon and bought myself another pair, which was a bit gutting because it was about double the price, but it was worth it. Third palette, which I ended up getting from Amazon, was this one. Holds all my highlighters. And the last thing, and easily the thing that I'm the most excited about, is from a company called Besame, and it's 2 lipsticks, vintage makeup, lipsticks and an eyeliner and mascara, and it's in vintage packaging. I'm going to show you because it's gorgeous. I don't normally spend that much money on makeup for myself because I don't wear it every day, but if there's one thing I do wear, bright red, a nude colour and eyeliner, that is my thing. And these are just gorgeous. I've been wanting to do a vintage type makeup look for ages, so I thought, now I have an excuse. It comes in this gorgeous little red velvet bag, and then it comes in a beautiful gold bullet like that. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but it's so pretty. I love it. It's just, this one is in the colour Dusty Rose. I'm going to put it on just so I can show you how it looks. So yeah, that's the final colour, and it's beautiful. It's like my own lip colour, just considerably darker. It's not a bright pillar box red, and that's what I love about it. But the second colour is a traditional cherry red, and what I really like doing is I like mixing the 2 colours, and I'll show you now. Again, it also comes in a really cute little velvet bag like that, and yeah, that's it. How gorgeous is that? Funny thing is that I don't know if this is, I know it's based on traditional retro makeup, and I'm pretty sure that retro makeup did have this kind of lipstick bullet shape, but I can see why they changed the lipstick bullet shape, because it's not hugely difficult, but it's a lot more difficult to apply lipstick without a lip brush. So yeah, this is it. And one thing I really like doing with this too is I actually like mixing the colours. So I'll show you what I do. I've really, you know, I like ombre lips quite a lot. I like having a lighter colour and then a darker colour right in the centre. And these 2 work really nicely. I'll show you. Okay, so I put a little bit right in the centre, apply that, and then I'm just going to blend it out. The last thing from them is something which is a mascara, an eyeliner and an I can't talk today, eyebrow colour. And it comes in a little box like this. It's this. Hang on, I'll just close the mirror so I don't blind you. Yeah, and it's a cake, so it's a bit like Chinese ink sticks. You have the dry formula, you add it with water, and then depending on the level of pigmentation you want, you rub it a little bit more. With these, and the lady was actually telling me that traditionally women used to spit in this to get it wet, and that's quite gross, so no, I won't be doing that. I'll be sticking to water. But yeah, it's a dry cake, so yeah, absolutely nothing. And then you get some water, and depending on what you want, whether you want mascara or if you want eyeliner, you take the brush, one end's eyeliner, one end is mascara, you mix, and then you can either apply eyeliner, or you can apply mascara, and you can also run it right through the brows. That's everything I got from Imats. That's my personal Imats haul. If you want to see the video that I did for all the giveaways, which is about 10 times the amount of stuff I showed you today, it is a huge haul. You're going to flippin' love it. There's sugar pill palettes, there's Meron palettes, there's special effects kit. I put together an amazing special effects kit. Last year I only gave 1 away, this year I'm giving 2 away. I got one of the traditional small kits, but then I also added things like fake blood, bond off, what else did I add? Tooth enamel, death wheels. I also got sculpture. No, I lied. I'm giving away 4 sets. That's 3. there we go, 4. 4 sets of special effects makeup, Sculpt Gel, Death Wheels, Blood Palette. You're gonna love it. It's a huge giveaway, so if you want to see that, the link to that is down in the description box. I hope you like this video, and I'll have a new one for you soon.